This week I have dedicated all of my time to recreate the life of a fish in virtual reality. This sounds weird, I know, but this is how it all started. I went on a working trip to Spain with Wonderland's team. I was so excited as it was my first time meeting everyone there. One day after work, we went to the aquarium and it clicked. I got inspired by the fish in the tanks, how they live, what they are thinking about. I was wondering about their life experience. Lucky me, I work in virtual reality, so why not simulate the fish experience in the tank? And so this week, that will be the purpose of my life. First up, swim controls. This one was a little tricky, and that's the base that the whole experience will be built on. I wanted a way to let the player move in the opposite direction of where the hands go, cause you know, that's how swimming works, I think. I could get the velocity of the VR gamepads and use math to calculate the required movement, but unfortunately my brain's CPU can't handle math. So I needed to find another simpler way my caveman's mind can handle. And I found one. So here's what I did. I added physics to the player, then created a big physics collision box at the player's waist, and attached collision spheres to the player's hands. And from here I coded that every time the player's hands touch the down collision box, a force up will be applied so that the player goes up. See? But I feel like a bird. It's so good if it's a bird simulation, but I'm creating a fish simulation here. I need to feel more that I'm floating, so I changed the gravity. And now I feel like a fish. I'm floating. Now I can swim up. But as a fish, my basic right is to be able to swim forward too, you know? And so I created another collision box that is attached behind the player and coded that every time we move our hands to the back and touch it, we then add force forward to move forward. Awesome. I also added the ability to rotate with gamepads, and of course the collision boxes rotate with us, which enables us to move forward in whatever direction we're facing. Perfect. But to make it more than perfect, I want to add bubbles, because I love bubbles. And so I used my old burst particle code that I used in Pac-Man Dot's explosion. Edited a bit to float up instead of down. Changed the material to transparent blue like bubbles. And voila, we have bubbles. I coded that every time we touch a box, the bubbles particles will be spawned. I love bubbles. Now it's time to go to Blender and create the Aquarium Map, and of course the tank. As you know, I want to simulate being a fish in a tank. Imported it to Wonderland Engine, added the materials, added the lights, and tweaked it to feel like water, and perfect. One problem I have found is that I can swim out of the tank, or even out of the entire map. I can swim away from the map. That's pretty weird. I'm free. So I have added physics collision all around the map to limit my movement location. Now I'm a trapped fish inside the tank. Perfect. My mom would be proud of me. Unfortunately, it's not an aquarium, and fish is caged in tanks without the existence of humans. So I added humans, modeled these creatures in Blender, animated them and their random organized movement path, imported them to Wonderland Engine, and now we have humans that somehow are happy to watch us trapped in this tank. I will evolve and murder you all. But there is something missing. Yes, more fish. I need more fish in the tank to not feel lonely. I downloaded 3D fish from Sketchfab, opened Blender, made one swim animation and duplicated it to all fish. And for an easy movement animation, I animated an object with a certain path, then imported all of that to Wonderland Engine, parented each fish group to its own path objects, and voila, they're swimming in groups all over the tank. Now, let's see the final result. Hello friends, how you doing? Are you happy here? Why everyone is silent? Why these people are looking at us? Psst. Hey guys, can you get me out of here? Please? guys. Okay, you keep watching us, okay? Okay, does anyone know the life purpose? Why are we alive? What's the point? I guess I will keep swimming here forever. Okay, now what?